Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimad Varavaramunaye Namaha, Srimad Lokarya Mahagurave Namaha. Muppattu Moovar Amararkku Munsennu, the 20th Pasuram of Thiruppāvai. In this Pasuram, Āṇḍāḻ wakes up Krishna as well as Nappinai. She requests Nappinai to give them the items used for the Vratam, and along with those items, she requests Nappinai to give her Krishna themselves. Ukkamum tattoliyum tandu unmanālarai is the Pasuram. Our Acharyas have shown that Ukkamum tattoliyum tandu unmanālarayum tandu is how we should interpret it. Here, Āṇḍāḻ shows us the appropriate way to approach Emperuman through devotees, through Acharyas and through Pirati. When Āṇḍāḻ and her friends wake up Nappinai Pirati, they refer to her as Thiru. Thiruve Tuyilerai. That's what they say. Thiru means Śrī in Tamil. Śrī is the name of Śrī Devi, Śrī Mahalakshmi, Periya Piratiyar, the primary consort of Sriman Narayana. They call Nappinai Pirati with the name of Periya Piratiyar Śrī Devi, indicating that they want her to help them, just like how Śrī Devi helps the devotees to reach him. Our Acharyas have shown that whenever Arvas and Acharyas glorify Emperuman, they associate him with Pirati and use that as the foremost glorification. In this Ithihyam, it is shown that Koorathālvan has called the Arvas and the Acharyas glorifying Emperuman primarily through Śrī as the ones with generosity. Udāharanam. Udāhara means generous. Udāharanam means the generous glorification. Let's see a few instances of those. Ālavandar in Stotra Ratnam glorifies Emperuman as Kasri Shriya Paramasattva Samashraya Kaha. Here, let's take Kasri Shriya. So he asks the question, who is the wealth of Śrī? Who is the wealth of Mahalakshmi Tayar? Every entity other than Emperuman is surrendered to Śrī Devi. And that Śrī Devi's wealth is Emperuman. So he says, oh you. So here, the way he glorifies Emperuman is, he says, who has the Śrī, or who is the wealth of Śrī? You are the wealth of Śrī herself. That's how we should take it. Like for example, we should say, oh, there is a prime minister. And the prime minister, let's say, drives a car. Then you would say, oh, that car, that's the prime minister's car. Right? Similarly here, Ālavandar says, oh, you are the wealth of the Śrī Mahalakshmi. Kasri Shriyaha. Okay. This is a direct translation of the Thirumangai Alvar's Periya Tirumozhi Pasuram, Tiruvukkum Thiruvagiya Selva, where Thirumangai Alvar states that Śrī Mahalakshmi, who is the divinity, the wealth herself, Tiruvukkum Thiruvagiya Selva. Thiru and Emperuman here is the divinity and the wealth for the Śrī Mahalakshmi herself, and Śrī Mahalakshmi has him as the wealth, Emperuman as the divinity and the wealth. Tiruvukkum Thiruvagiya Selva. Sri Parasara Bhattar composed the shlokam Śrī Gunaratna Kosam, the treasure of the divine qualities of Śrī. That's why it's called Śrī Gunaratna Kosam. It's inappropriate to call this work as Gunaratna Kosam. And Śrī is not a mere respect to the name of the shloka. But here, the work itself is Śrī Gunaratna Kosam, the treasured trove of the gunas, the divine qualities of Śrī, Śrī Gunaratna Kosam. In the Śrī Gunaratna Kosam, in the 9th Pasuram, Bhattar calls upon Lord Ranganatha and he tells Ranganatha that he is going to glorify Pirati, Śrī Devi Tayar, Mahalakshmi Tayar, Ranganaki Tayar. So in this, in the 9th shlokam, so when he calls out Emperuman, he says, Shriya Shri Sri Range Chaya, where he refers to Emperuman being the divinity of Śrī Devi, effectively conveying the same meaning as Thirumangai Alvar and Ālavandar. Now let's take Parasara Bhattar's father, Koorathālvan. Kooratāழ்vān composed the Panchastavam, the 5 stavams. The 5 stavams are Śrī Vaikunṭhastavam, Athimānuṣastavam, Śrī Varadharajastavam, Sundarabahustavam, and Śrī Stavam. In the Śrī Vaikunṭhastavam, there is a shlokam where he glorifies Emperuman. Yasya katakshanam anukshanam ishvaranam aishvarya he dhuriti sarva janeenam etat tham shririti tvat upasamshrayanan nirahuhum tvam hi shriyaha shriya mudhahur udaravachaha. In this, Kooratāழ்vān states that it is only the grace, the kataksham of Sri Devi Pirati, that becomes the reason for the fortune of even devas like Indra and others. Such Pirati herself is surrendered to you. So he is glorifying Emperuman. So he says that Pirati, that's why she gets the name Shri. And in this shloka, Kooratāழ்vān states that the Udāharavachas, the ones with the generous glorification, the generous poets, call Emperuman as the wealth of the Pirati herself. So let's relish the glories of Pirati and Emperuman together. Alvar Emperumanar Jiyar Tiruvadigalē Sharanam.